Hi, guys. Good evening. I haven't done an evening live for a little bit. So thank you guys for joining me. For everybody who's here, good. He just laid down. He was making noise. Bo was. Hey, guys. Yes, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I don't know how many people are in here. 100. Okay. Um, Hi, Brandon. I'm glad that you made it. It'll probably be different people tonight than what we've had the last few days because we've been going earlier. Hey, Tom Bowers is in here. Hey, Dawn, Liz Triggs, Kathy Ann, Mrs. F. Red. Oh, I love you, Millie the Dandelion. It's late where you are, girl. Hey, Killy Billy, Patty Collins, Tiki Kettle, Anna Rem, Tennessee Treasure Finder, Third Eye Open. Hey, babe. Hey, Hef. Tina Mays. Nice. Andrew Humphrey. Hey, Andrew. Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. Rachel Harmon. Katie did it. Remember, we're doing roll call and this bothers some people. Angie Deaton. Love Angie Deaton. She sent me the most amazing gifts last night for me and Huxley and Jeff. She made tumblers and they were just amazing. They're incredible. Brought tears to my eyes, actually. Florence, Tanya, Shambot. Yeah, nice. Freak on a leash. Hey, I haven't seen you for a minute. Shan Wow. How sweet. She from Jersey. That's cute. Humans here. Candy's Life. I haven't seen you for a little bit either. Hey, Amy Edge, Cat ACDC fan, Linda. Okay, so our regulars, most of our regulars are here. Hey, Abigail. Um, Nice to see you guys. Pam, Jesse Schaefer, Christine. Which lipstick is this tonight? This is a Sephora, guys. By the way, I went back and got more Sephora stuff that night before the sale ended. This is not a matte one. It was like number 6. I'll look at my receipt for you, but I love the color. It's like this is right up my alley color. I'm doing a little intro here with saying hi to everyone, but I do have something I want to say, obviously, in light of today. It's a sad day. Just letting everybody join us. Pat O loves roll call. Nice. I'm glad. Sharon Bliss. Hey, babe. Tia Thule. Hi from Finland. That's awesome. Hey, Paula. Marion's here. Calabro. I love Miss Sunrise Dawn. The Screen Addict. Thank you. The only thing I won't like about this lipstick is the second I take a drink of my electrolytes in a minute. Linky Lou, that's cute. Passenger shaming. Oh, I'm glad you're here. But I am your Aviator Nation. I just got this one. This is from Poshmark. I got it super cheap. It's weird because it's huge. This is a large, and I got that other one last week, and it's a large, and it fit fine. And this is like enormous. I don't love it. It's weird. I didn't know their stuff ran different. Yes. Thank you, Kenya. It is. It's a sad day today. And hey, learning about life. Marcy's here. Ewa's here. Patty Collins, Atypical Paul. So yeah, guys, I want to say, even though Susie, the spicy little princess, even though C. McCarthy, hey, Anita's here. I love Anita. Guys, I have to say, it doesn't matter whether you know a person or not, because it's sad when somebody passes away. And whether it's a friend of a friend or somebody else, I get so many messages privately from you guys about losses. And thank you, Rochelle Brown, Kathleen Champ. Hey, people who have lost their parents, people who have lost their children. You guys talk to me and share your private stories like that with me. And I feel the sadness whether I knew them or not. It's a sad situation. I never met Doug. I actually never watched anything about Doug. Until today, I went and researched and watched a little bit. Um, but it made me very sad. It made me very sad. And he sounds like he was a really very nice man. Again, I don't know a lot to describe what he sounded like because I didn't know him. But it's a loss. And see, I get weird about stuff like this. I feel like crying and I didn't even know the man. And I think the reason is I feel like I knew him through all of your hearts. I've read a lot of comments today and I've gotten a lot of messages about him, and the warmth. Hi, Yvonne. The warmth. Hey, Brisby Tales. The warmth that I get off of you guys um, makes me wish I had known him. Makes me feel like I um, missed out. And I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to work with him or at least meet him. And that makes me very sad. And he was young. And the little, like I said, that I knew, someone said that he had just, this part makes me sad, that he had just reconnected with his mother. And I don't know the background there. I don't know the relationship. Maybe she was a Scientologist. I don't know anything. But you know how I feel about mothers and sons and parents. And it makes me sad for his mother. I don't know anything about her. I don't know where she lives. I don't know if they lived in the same town. But that makes me very sad to lose your child. And I'm not going to talk about it this entire video because, again, I didn't know this man, but I wanted to address it first and touch on it. And just know that I share the sadness with you guys. I know that a lot of you followed him and watched his channel. I just didn't, so I can't share in that with you. And but I can share with you the loss, and that I am sad for all of you. I'm sorry for your guys' loss, because it sounds like he was a big presence and it sounds like it was a big loss. So it just makes me sad. It makes me very sad. And it makes me more sad when people pass around the holidays for their families. It makes me very sad. Somebody else who passed away that my mother keeps calling me about is this little boy who, my mom lives in Nashville, you guys, my mom and sister. And as you know, they just had horrible storms. And this little boy passed away in the storm. And she was telling me this on my way to therapy yesterday. And she said that he was 10 years old and he looked just like Huxley. And I said, what? And she said, I just gave money to their GoFundMe because he had 2 siblings and the parents survived and the siblings survived, but he didn't. And I was so sad to hear that. And my mom sent me a picture of this little boy today, and it made me so sad. He looks like Huxley. I know we just switched topics, and that's no taking away from Doug, but God, it made me so sad. Thank you, Sterling. Of course, Sterling is always here for us, you guys. I did not know Doug, but he was close to people that I know. Yes, agreed. Loss of any human life is sad. Resending you love and a hug. Thank you, Sterling. I love you. He's such a close friend of mine, you guys. I have never gotten so close and made a friend that fast with Sterling. He's just he and I just clicked and connected so much. Yeah, sorry to bring up that little boy, but it made me think of that with Doug and just dying around the holidays. He does look like Huxley. And it just made me so sad for those people losing. He really looks like Huxley. It just, my mom was like, I had to give money to their GoFundMe. She said, because it just touched me so much how it happened. And he looks like Huxley. It was horrible. My mom was really kind of traumatized about that. But death is not something I understand very well. Thank you, Liz Ferris. Love you, babe. Thanks for being here with me, Liz. That means a lot. Thank you for your super chat. So again, guys, it's just, makes me very sad, whether it was for that 10-year-old boy or a 50-year-old man whose mother is now has lost her son. So it's sad either way, whether it's a small child or it's doesn't matter. Your child is your child, and I'm sad for his mom. And anyway, I just want to tell you guys all that I'm sorry and that I've talked to a lot of you privately. I'm trying to catch up on my Gmail messages now. I tend to go teetering back and forth because a lot of us private message on Facebook Messenger. And today I had like 115 of those that I caught up on. And then I went over to Gmail and I've got like 75 emails that I need to catch up on. So I just go back. I kind of just take it day by day, going back and forth. Um, Jen Nelson, no parents should have to bury their babies at any age. It really puts things into perspective, Jen, doesn't it? Miss Happen 918, thank you for your super sticker, babe. A Rolling Stone, welcome. I don't recognize you. It's terribly sad, but I'm very glad that his mother did reconnect with him before he passed. It would have been so much sadder if she hadn't. That's true. And I'm trying to see the bright side of that. But it's just hard, guys. It's just sad. And again, I feel bad. I feel worse for you guys. I did not know this man. I wish I had, like I said, but I'm not trying to take the attention away by crying. I'm sorry. But it does make me think of what here. Live in the moment. You never know. Live in the moment, guys. It doesn't matter though if you don't know a person, you can still grieve and be sad for them and sad for their friends and family who lost such a big heart. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Yeah, Yvonne, I agree. Yeah, Keela's right, guys. Listen to your intuition and let people know you love and care for them. Especially, I hate to say, especially this time of year. It's kind of like waiting till Thanksgiving to tell people what you're thankful for. Why? I mean, that's great. I'm happy for that tradition, but we should be doing that all the time. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being here with me. I wanted just to address that, to talk about it. Of course, again, I didn't know him, but doesn't mean that we shouldn't address it and be sad for that situation, for the loss. So, Dawn in Wyoming, it is extremely heartwarming that you are such a sweet soul and so close to all of us. That anything that has that effect on us, such an effect that we love you. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for your super chat, babe. Abigail S., same race as a Christian. I just try to sympathize. I didn't follow him or his story outside of the past week. He's been missing. Yeah. Rest in peace, Doug. So, sorry, guys. Okay. I almost didn't do a live today. I have had a horrendous headache all day, like going down the back of my neck right here. And I've taken 2 Advil, and that's my limit. I don't take more than 2 typically. That's like 2 Advil is what I took when I had my C-section. Like it kills all pain for me, and it has not touched my headache. So, I feel a little better now, but I've been almost laying down the entire day. I just couldn't move. It was one of those headaches, whenever I moved, it would like lightning bolt into my head and my face. It was awful. Huxley is sick, and he went to the doctor yesterday while I did my live with Tommy. He's developed a pretty like wet cough. We talked about this the other day, all of us. And so I got him in with the doctor, and he doesn't have a fever. but it's in his face. Like I could hear it. It went from a cough to like he has a really deep voice now, and it's like here you can hear it in his sinuses. And thank you, Duchess Diana. And so he went to the doctor. She tested him. He doesn't have any of the RSV stuff or COVID, thankfully. But she said that he has bronchitis and a sinus infection, which is odd. Huxley never gets sick until I realized something. She didn't want him to go to school, of course, today. And she said she put him on an antibiotic, and she said if he's 80% better by today, he can go to school Wednesday. I don't think he's that much better, so I think I'll keep him home tomorrow. He never misses school. Huxley is never sick. And I'm a big believer in if you don't, I have a cat hair in my lipstick. I hate this. This happened to me yesterday with Tommy. I think I got it. If you don't, I'm a big believer like in rest. Sleep is very healing in my opinion. So I'm like, if I push him and make him go to school, which I would never do anyway, he never misses school, but I just feel like he will not get better. So I think I'll keep him home tomorrow and then see how he feels Thursday. But the doctor said, and I didn't think of this, he probably got this from wrestling. Hello, like I didn't think of that. All the contact, all the touching, the dirty mats that they wrestle on. So wrestling is over on Thursday, and I think we're just going to call it a season for him. He's not pushing himself anyway to wrestle. He said he's achy and tired, and his joints and his bones hurt from wrestling so hard. He has been wrestling his heart out, you guys. As you guys know this. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know the difference. I don't know about migraines. Not a headache. That's why Advil didn't work. What works for a migraine? Oh, that reminds me. She was texting me, Tampa B man. So, yeah. Well, and honestly, guys, I used to get bronchitis all the time this time of year. Like between November, December, I would get it a lot. I don't anymore. It's been a while since that's happened, and maybe it's because I quit smoking, but I quit smoking when I was 24. So I don't know. I'm 39. But it could be that. But oh, really? Extra strength Excedrin? I don't have any of that. Benadryl and Tylenol? Huh. Okay. Okay, thank you guys for the recommendations. Caffeine. I'm going to blow my nose from crying, and I'm going to mute it because I think that's gross. Okay. Anyway, so I'm not worried about Huxley. He's popped up, but he's been resting pretty much since he went to the doctor yesterday. And then I've just been feeding him and having him drink lots of fluids. But yeah, I'm keeping him down, just keeping him resting and not doing anything. But I did not think about that with the wrestling, getting that from all the contact. Peppermint oil, Angie Mo, I've been putting that on me all day. I've been snorting it like cocaine. I put it on my finger and I go, and then I put it here and I put it on the back of my neck. And I will do that before I go to bed again. But my God, it's awful. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Extra strength, Excedrin migraine was my go-to. Okay. Interesting. All right. I don't usually get headaches like this. I had a headache yesterday, or a migraine, whatever you want to call it, but I took an Advil and it went away. And that was right before I went live with Tommy. And I thought, oh my God, I do not want to have to talk to this guy with like this. I can pretty much handle any pain, but anything in the head, I have a hard time. So like ears, teeth, headache, I really get distracted. It puts me in a terrible mood. Like I was just laying down today and Jeff came in and he was like, are you all right? And I was like, I can't, like, it's not you. I can't do anything. It like really puts me down. Anything else I can kind of limp around with, but any pain in the head. Yeah. Okay. I'll try those oils. Yvonne, that sounds incredible. So, guys, I want to talk about something specific. That's really sweet. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I'm glad that we were all able to address and talk about Doug, and feel free to keep talking about it in the comments. It's totally understandable. And I know how close you guys are to me and how close I am to you. So I can only imagine it was probably the exact same thing with him. You guys felt a real closeness, and I'm sure he felt that with all of you. So I totally understand that. And it's very, very valid. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. Today is not going to be, enough time. We're going to need to feel it. And again, I don't think the holidays make it any easier. And I know everybody's saying I would have gotten along really well with him. It's such a loss. I wish I had met the man. I really do. I wish I had, even if it was for a short time. I wish I could say that I knew him, because he sounds like he was very special. Yes, Brisby Tales. This is definitely the place to be, to meet and be open, for sure. I know, Lumen. Many of us are gutted over Doug. Our hearts hurt badly. I'm feeling that. I definitely see that, and I feel it from you guys, with you guys, and know that I definitely am here to be cushion and support. I just wish that I could feel what you guys are feeling as far as knowing him. I just wish I had known him. But I'm definitely here with you, know that. Yes, Duchess Diana, I did today. I went on and watched some of his stuff, and while I was laying in bed, and I already felt a connection to him. And I thought, wow, again, it was a missed thing for me to not have got to meet him. Yes, Brianna, you've got to feel to heal. That is so true. That is so true, you guys. Me and Taz, I've been told I give comforting hugs. So I want to address something. I want to talk about that. Thank you, AB Dazzle. Love you too, Missy. Yeah, definitely Creekside Acre. It's sad. Love you too, Third Eye Open. It's very sad. There's no way around it, guys. It's very, very sad. Yeah. I'm sorry, Barbara. That's my fault. I was just saying I still have this headache. You and I were talking about it, and that's what made me think to text you. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I was supposed to text her." Thank you for being here, Barbara. We're just all addressing the community and talking about how sad we all are. Hey, Caroline. So, guys, I want to talk about something that is kind of fitting for this. What is going on over here? It's like doing its own thing. Are you guys bothered by it, or okay, tried to flatten it? We'll just leave that alone. So I went to therapy yesterday, and I know, Barbara, you're the most amazing friend. Kenya, love you too. I went to therapy, and love you too, Bo Beats. Yes, it has been a tough few weeks, guys. I appreciate everybody being so real in here, by the way. I don't want anybody to fake anything, or, just feel what you're feeling. It's totally valid. I look cute and comfy. Thank you, AB Dazzle. I've been trying to collect more sweatshirts. This one was ridiculously oversized for a large. I don't know what happened. Yes. So I went to therapy yesterday, and as you guys know, I missed therapy last week. And because I missed, I feel like I was kind of talking more than I, normally would. I was trying to catch him up. I was just talking about, I talked about the Sephora situation and the hair situation, not because those things matter, but because what matters to me is how do I go forward and fix that and become a better person and respect myself a little more about that. And you guys know, for those of you who watch, my therapist does not tell me what I'm doing. He doesn't tell me, like, well, you should do this, or I noticed that you're doing this. He doesn't ever do that. And I wish that he would. Hey, Susan Miller. And I asked him a couple weeks back, I said, why don't you do that? Why don't you say, like, I see that you're doing this and you should be doing this or whatever. I always imagine that's how therapy is supposed to go. And he said, Brandon, how long have I been in therapy? I mean, I've tried different therapists over the last year, but this guy, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how long I've been seeing this guy, definitely a few months. And I love him. He's helped me so much, Brandon. Thank you for noticing. And I asked him once, yeah, Barbara, I asked him a few weeks ago, I said, why don't you guide me? Why don't you say, I mean, he guides me, but I was like, why don't you say you're doing this? And he said, he goes, I do have to do that with some patients. But he said, I don't feel like I need to do that with you because you are so self aware. And he said, you come in every week with, like, here's what's going on. I notice I have this problem and I want to figure out a better way to fix it and work with it. And he was like, that's incredible that you do that. And he was like, and I don't have to pull anything out of you. He's like, you just already are aware enough that you know what's going on as far as, like, what I want to fix. And I appreciated that. He was like, you're always wanting to work on things. He goes, that's why I really don't give you homework too, because you don't really need to. You kind of know what you want to work on and you know what you see and you want to fix. And he was like, that's all you can really ask for. And you're doing that. So I'm so glad, Sue. I got some more lip tints myself. I got a red one, guys. I'm kind of nervous about it, but yeah, Witness, I thought so too. Hey, Rhonda McNeil. So that I was like, okay, that's fair. That's fine. That's his answer. And I'm going to respect that. But yesterday I came in and I was talking about all these issues and how I want to make it better. And I said, ooh, my tattoo's starting to itch, guys. I just realized that. I said, you guys know she's not in here tonight, but Stephanie East, she's a good friend in here and just one of our family members. She, oh my God, Barbara, I love you. She messaged me privately. And I told you guys this yesterday on my live with Tommy, that we're coming up on my 1-year anniversary of getting out of the cult and accidentally getting out, Aaron accidentally outing me. You guys know the story. I don't need to say it, but she was like, there's something to be said for that, Reese. And I have felt like I was more on edge lately. And she said, there's something to be said for that 1 year, like whether you realize it consciously, subconsciously, like your body goes through things. Somebody else and I were messaging about it today. Like you can feel tired, headaches, like I'm having now, kind of withdrawn, which I don't feel withdrawn, but just like weird things can go on when you're coming up on a 1-year trauma situation. I had never thought of that before. I didn't even, but it made sense to me. So I bring it up to my therapist and he looked at me and he said, oh, I said, yeah, we're coming up on the year. And he said, yeah, that can definitely, like, all kinds of things can be kind of going off, bells and whistles in your body and in your mind. And hey, One True Morbs. And so that was nice. But right after he said that, guys, he said something to me that I was like, that was unusual for him. He goes, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He said, you can be more this and that. And I said, well, what I'm noticing is I'm more irritable. Like I just feel irritable. And he said, yeah, I'm going to say something to you. And he said, and I am not going to be the one to do it. It's not going to be from me. It's healing, Tina. I got a color put in and it's healing. That's all. So you don't itch it. He said, it's not going to come from me. He said, but it definitely seems like you need a hug. And I was like, what? And he said, like, he wasn't joking. He was like, it seems like you need a hug. And I was like, a hug? What? Like, that's weird. I was like, that's weird, Wyatt. That's weird. Hey, Lacey Silver. Yeah, I understand. I love Doug's channel. I've been in tears all day. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I understand. We've been talking about it. So I want to talk about that. That's why I called this video what I called it. And I felt like it kind of fell in with Doug because I didn't know him, but I don't know. Oh my God, Daria's in here. Hi, Daria. Studies show that therapy works best when you make the connection yourself. Therapists will try and guide you, but only so you can make the connection yourself because the change in your brain happens that way. Smart. And I believe that 100%. And I think that's why I have a good therapist, Daria. I think you would agree. I like that it's not what Scientology told me it was going to be. Um, I like that he helps, he's there to guide, but that's how I feel about Huxley at this point, raising him. I'm not here to tell him what to do or what to think. I'm right behind you though, if you need me. Like I'm here to support you. I'm here if you need me, but I'm not going to pull the strings and tell you what you're doing and what you're not doing. And so I think that's a good way of doing things. And I appreciate that out of him. So he says to me, I said, "What? A hug? Like, are you nuts?" And he goes, yeah. He said, it definitely seems like you need a hug. And he goes, "You seem very unsettled. Like you're very unsettled." And I said, "Really?" And see, again, I was surprised because he doesn't usually say anything like that to me. So he's like, "Guys, this was really interesting." He did not offer me a hug at all. He said before, he prefaced it by saying, "I'm not going to be the one to do it." He said he would not give me a hug, Daria, which was fine. I wouldn't have wanted to anyway, guys. I'm not touchy. Um, so here's the point. We talked about that further. And I said, "Gross. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that." And he said, "Do you not hug?" And I said, "No, I don't hug." I mean, hugs are awkward to me. I was like, maybe, I might give somebody a little hug. And then it just dawned on me. I said, "Yeah, Daria, yeah." I said, he goes, "You don't do hugs?" And I said, "My dad never hugged us," which I knew that, but it never, like, to the effect that I've never touched on it. He never said, "I love you," but he also never touched us kids, like, never. And he was like, "Okay." And I said, "So maybe it starts when you're being raised? Like, is that why?" I said, "I don't hug people." And he was like, "A hug is," he said, "very powerful." He said, "There's like studies on it." And I said, "What? Gross. I just don't." And he said, "Have you not hugged before? Like when you're feeling like you need a hug?" And I said, "I've never felt like I needed a hug." And he was like, he just looked really shocked. And I said, "I don't do hugs." And he kept his mouth open like that. And I was like, "Do you need me to call somebody? Are you all right? Like, what's going?" And he was like, "You don't hug at all?" And I said, Not, I mean, no, no. Like, I don't see the purpose in a hug. They kind of creep me out." And he was like, "So you didn't hug when you were little?" And I said, "No, my mom left when I was 6 and my dad never touched me, like never." I can't remember one time that my dad said, "I love you," or "I'm proud of you," or anything like that. So no, of course we weren't gonna get a hug. And he said, like, hugs are very powerful, very therapeutic. He was like, there's some sort of endorphins that release when you hug. So Allie Grames, he said, "Do you hug your son?" And I was like, "No." And that made me sad. It's not intentional. Um, I put my arm around him all the time. Like, I don't not wanna touch him, but I never hug Huxley. I never hug him. I constantly will, like, pull him in next to me and, I'll rub his head, and I mean, it's not like I don't wanna touch my kid, but no. And he was like, "Oh." He was like, "Okay." And he told me this was really interesting. He said in the 40s, which I was like, I hate that people test on animals. He said in the 40s, um, there was a test done with little monkeys, some type of monkeys, and the baby monkeys were given a bottle and a wire mother monkey made out of wire and nothing else, wire and a bottle. And then the other group of monkeys were given the same thing, but they put cloth over the wire. So they made them like a little softer. Okay, some people know about this. And they found that when they went to play, all of the little kid monkeys, the ones that had the wire mother went on to, I don't want to, this will go away if I don't, Marina B, 8 hugs a day, a minimum to release the feel good endorphins. Therapists also support your right to self-determination. Sounds like a good therapist to me. 8 hugs a day. So like the same as water, glasses of water. I don't know if I can do that, but thank you for your super chat, Marina. We'll have to work on that. So the monkeys with the wire mothers would go play and they'd go crazy and they wouldn't come back. They would just go play. The monkeys with the cloth mothers he said, go play a little bit and they'd come back to the mom. Go play a little bit, come back to the mom. So there was a sense of connection and needing that sensitivity, that warmth. So they would, I thought that was really fascinating. I do hug Gertie. That's true. Well, we talked about that. I said, I'm all about hugging. He goes, do you hug anything at home? And I said, my animals all the time. Like I find comfort in my animals. Daria, you grew up being hug kissed. Hi, Lizbeth. Oh, thank you for saying something. Okay. It releases the same hormone as being breastfed. Interesting. I wasn't breastfed. I grew up being hugged, kissed, and being told I love you a lot. When my siblings began psychologically abusing me in my teens, they took it away from me, but I had it with my parents from my birth till they died. Wow, Daria. I'm sorry that happened. That's amazing. Oh, Amy Edge, I hope you feel better, babe. So it was interesting, this connection, the monkeys feeling the connection and going back to the soft cloth mothers, playing, going back. So there's of course, Daria, I love reading. I love it when you come in because you're not always with us and I love hearing from you. I'm sorry, Joe Virus. Marina Beast, SPTV Warrior makes a good point. Hugging the animals can have the same effect. Just start with 1 hug a week. Side hugs are okay too to start. Thank you for your super chat. And guys, now that I'm aware, I think I just wasn't aware of it. Now that I'm aware of it, I'd like to hug my kid. I don't want to make him uncomfortable. If he doesn't, I'm not going to ever force affection on anybody. But I want to start hugging my son. And I feel terrible. My mother also is not physical at all with her children, me and my sister. I will only see my mom probably now maybe twice a year. And the second I see her, we don't like run up and hug each other. I'll be like, hey, mom. Sometimes we'll hug, but it's not always a given. And if we do hug, it's a real quick. It's not like a, oh my God, I missed you type of hug. And I feel guilty about this with my child. I'm in love with my child. It's not that I don't love him. I just don't think I ever thought of showing that kind of affection because thank you, Barbara. I love you. Thank you. So I feel really bad. I feel really bad about it. And I feel like he's missed out. And I don't want him to grow up going, my mom never hugged me. I don't want to overdo it with Huxley, but I just it never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind. The only thing I will say is every once in a while, I told this in therapy. Jeff is huge, right? Jeff is 300 pounds and he's about 6'2". He's enormous. Not like overweight enormous. He's overweight, but he's just a big man. And sometimes I can recall probably 3 total times him coming into the kitchen in the last year since I've been outed, and he does this and he'll give me a little kiss. Like he comes in to make his coffee and I'll be cleaning and I will ask him for a hug, or he'll start to give me a hug, but then he pulls away and I've noticed I wait. I'm like, no, hold on. And I told my therapist it's because he's so big. It's like a bear hug. Jeff is so big. So I feel consumed. And I love that, I have to say. And I always said, when I told my therapist, I know Jeff pulls away quickly because he's huge. He's much taller than me. So I know it's probably not comfortable. He has to like bend down to hug me when I'm just like comfortable hugging him. But I've noticed, yeah, I make him stay longer. I make him stay longer. I notice it feels good. And then it made me dig deeper. And I thought of this. I'm going to cry. I loved hugging Fred, right? Of course. There's really nothing about Fred that he was just my everything. And Fred, for those of you that don't know, was my husband that passed away. But I'll never forget. Yeah, we snuggle. Erica, I sleep on Jeff's chest every night until I can't. He wears a CPAP and he starts breathing loud and blowing hot air all over me, and that grosses me out. But I call it the nook, and I lay right here on Jeff's chubby pancake and I just snuggle up to him, and I love it, but I can't stay long. When Fred died, you guys know, some of you don't know, I worked in senior living. I worked for a senior living community. And the day he died, everybody knew him at the community. And the day he died, I went in there right after the funeral because I wanted to see my friends. My friends were the people that lived there, 90-year-olds galore. And that's my right up my alley. It's my wheelhouse. And I'll never forget Rose. Rose was a really wonderful resident, and she was 97. And you'd never know it. I mean, she was spry. She was going out shopping all the time with her daughter, very, very alert. I think she's still alive. And I went in there, and of course, everybody hugged me. And Rose, this tiny little woman, 97 years old, tiny, really little, she comes up, and I'll never forget this. I've never had a hug like this in my life. She grabbed me and latched onto me so tight. It almost hurt, but in a good way. She was squeezing me so tight. It was like our bodies became one. And I just started bawling. And it just felt so good. I'll never forget the feeling. I was like, this tiny little woman is hugging me, and she would not let me go. Like I kind of tried to release because I was like, "Oh, I'm not much of a hugger. I'm okay with like a 1 second deal." She would not let me go. She just until I finally just relaxed, and I was like, "Okay." And I just kind of rested my head on her white hair, and she was like, "It's okay. It's okay." And she was just like patting me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it felt so good. It felt so good." And this is why, you guys, I love old people. I love them so much. We can get so much out of seniors. It's unbelievable how they're just overlooked or they're not paid attention to because people think they're crazy or dementia or whatever. They're not. They're really with it. And they have so much wisdom and so much to teach us. And if you just give them the time, you'll learn a lot, I promise. Um, Words could not express how much you meant to her. Words could not express how much you mattered to her and the world in her eyes. Only a hug could. I see that now, Daria. And I feel bad. Erica, I don't want to overlook. I'm trying not to miss too many comments, but I'm too busy talking to read. Part of you will, which isn't usually the case. You guys know I read everything, but when I'm talking about something I really want to get out, I have a hard time paying attention to the comments. Part of you will always be a little girl who needs a hug that she never got as a child. I didn't know hugs were even a thing. I feel really bad saying that, but I didn't know the power of a hug. And I'm pretty sure I still don't. But I feel bad that my kid just turned 14 and my therapist had to go, "Do you hug your son?" I was like, "No." I mean, I hugged him on his birthday. You guys who are my Facebook friends see me in pictures with him. It's not like we don't touch. But I don't say goodbye with a hug. I always tell him I love him. I always tell him how proud of him I am. So I always do things my dad didn't do, but I never thought about the physical side of it. The words, trust me, I've got it. I've got the words. I can definitely communicate with my child and support him in every way, and I try. Aaron, aka Aaron, my parents never hugged me and never said I love you. I broke the cycle and hug my kids and tell them I love you every day. Break the cycle. Yes, ma'am. Will do. Thank you for your super chat, Aaron. You are affectionate with your son. He was raised with affection. So you can acknowledge he was raised with affection. You can add hugs to the repertoire. Yes. Thank you for that. Jen Nelson, hugs can convey what words can't sometimes. Yes, Jen, I think you're right. Thank you, Jen, for your super chat. One True Morbs, Reese, you are such an amazing mom. I'm proud of you for looking more deeply into the power of a hug. Thank you, One True Morbs. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, Jarrett, that's true, but I don't have to. I don't have to play it off like that. I'll just start. I actually will probably tell him I'm going to do it. I'll probably tell him everything I just told you guys about what I learned in therapy and how I want to start hugging Huxley. I'm sure he'll be like, okay. Michelle Kelly, give yourself some grace. You grew up in a cult. Thank you, Michelle Kelly. I'm trying. Yvonne, Reese, you're learning new things every day. It's amazing progress. Thank you, Yvonne. You're so nice. Thank you. Oh, what was this? Where'd it go? Oh, Anita, my heart breaks you, Reese. Everyone deserves affection. It chemically alters your brain. See, I didn't know that. It's a necessity to feel that serotonin flood your body. Sending you a giant virtual uncomp squishy hug. Anita, I would take one from you. Look how cute you are. Thank you, Anita. My husband even has a hug rule. You must hug to your right so that you're heart to heart with another person. Rachel, guys, I just didn't know. I feel stupid right now. I really do. I'm not trying to play this off and go, I didn't know. I didn't know. I have not been a touchy person my whole life. Now, Fred and I held hands in our sleep. We were touching all the time. Fred and we held hands when he would drive. It's not that I don't like touching. It's just the hug part. I'm not a person who's like, let me give you a hug. Do you need a hug? No, that's just never been my thing. I don't hug. I never got hugs. So I just didn't know the power of a hug. That's why I titled it this. And I felt like it kind of tied in with Doug in a way because Marcy, I'm not good with the touchy feely, so I'm sending you the Cheeto slippers instead. That's not for me. Those are for Huxley on the wish list. But thank you, Marcy. You're so sweet. Thank you for your super chat, babe. Emily Blythe, super sticker. Thank you, babe. You can put your hand on your chest and it simulates a hug too. So when you feel touched with joy and gratitude or allow sadness to process, you put your hand on your chest and you hug yourself. That's interesting. Thank you, Daria. Kathleen Champ, you know how vulnerable you are to share all that you share with us. Reese, you long to be your best you. It takes time and all things. Welcome to the huggier side of life. You're going to love it. Thank you so much, Kathleen. That was really sweet. Marina B, don't feel stupid. This is part of your healing journey. We don't know until we know. Keep rising, Reese. Thank you. Thank you, Marina. That's really a nice thing to say. And thank you for your super chat. Barb, I already know. When we first meet, yeah, same. A lot of you. Barbara, yeah, her too. Lori, I feel like would give me a big hug. Keela, for sure. Kathy Ann, yes. But I also felt like this tied in a little bit. Millie, I'm so sorry you didn't have that as a child. It breaks my heart. You are not stupid. Stupid would be to know and not do it. You don't know if there's no one to teach you. Thank you, Millie. Love you, babe. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't just read that in your Mary Poppins voice. Daria, the phoenix rises from the ashes. That is you, Reese. Thank you. Bo, the sooner you start hugging Huxley, the sooner he will stop wrestling. That's hilarious. That's why he wrestles. The kid wasn't hugged. That's hilarious, Bo. Yeah, you would squish my cheeks. I'd be okay with it, Daria. Coming from you, that would be okay. Peace lady would hug me. I felt like this tied in a little bit with Doug because I just feel like I don't know why, but they seem similar to me. Like he came from Scientology, so who knows his horrible, sad story, and I'm sure he had one, and how he was treated. But I also just hope that he had a lot of friends, and I hope that when he did reconnect with his mother, they had a lot of hugs. And I just hope his life was better outside of Scientology. I hope that he was happy. He died way too soon. Again, I didn't know him, but I hope all those things. And it just kind of made me feel like honoring him a little bit with the power of a hug. And maybe that can teach us something. Don't hug Huxley in front of his friends. Okay. Smart, Don. Smart. She from Jersey. Doug is hugging his dad in heaven. That's sad. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for saying that. Um, Barbara, if you want your kids or cats to leave in peace, give a hug and a kiss. They'll somehow have something else to do. That's sweet, Barbara. Hi, Diana H. I am too, love and life. That's okay, Teddy Bear Scott. We're just glad you're here. Yeah, Kathleen. Reese, funny, be surprised if you start bawling when you're being hugged. So I have. I have gotten hugs from people where I randomly start crying and it has nothing to, like, it wasn't a sad situation, but I do understand. Like, I have hugged people where I kind of start to tear up and I don't let them know it. I've done that with Jeff. I remember like hugging him before, or Fred, and just kind of starting to cry and getting emotionally and not knowing why. Now I kind of feel like I get it. Nothing but love, Reese. You are such a genuine soul, and I just appreciate you so much. Thank you. You have the least pride of anyone I've ever witnessed, and it's just so beautiful to watch you grow and experience life. Thank you. That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you. Every time you feel Fred, it's a hug from the other side. I don't doubt that. Not on fire. Free hugs available. I'm not a hugger. I never have been, but I do never I've never thought about it before until in therapy yesterday, and I'm like, "Does that come from your upbringing?" I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Hey, Armine, you shouldn't feel stupid. You're an amazing, very warm and loving mom. And if you weren't ever hugged, you wouldn't know how it feels and the importance. I'm sending you a big warm hug. Thank you, Armine. I think she's right, guys. I think thank you, Shannon C. Um, I think Armine is right. I never Have you ever had a massage? Yes, I got one actually right when Fred died. I found a massage therapist. I have to say it wasn't great. She didn't have me turn over. I just laid on my stomach and I was like, "That's it? Aren't you supposed to turn over?" I cried during massage or two because of the touch. It feels so good. It's releasing of toxins and stress. A hug is a mini love massage. Yes, I want to get another one just to see what it's like. Mm-mm. No, Rachel, you would think so. It's not Shark Week because I actually have a pap smear on Thursday, so it can't be Shark Week. I don't even think I'm ovulating anymore. I might. No, I mean, I would know. Trust me, I know when I'm ovulating, but no, it's not Shark Week for me. I can see that, Cassie. I was a huge hugger until COVID. Now I rarely want to be hugged unless it's my kid or close friends. That's the other thing, guys. After COVID, I got kind of weird myself. I wash my hands way more than I ever have. I'm just weird about it. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like Huxley's sick right now. I've been washing my hands all day, just making sure that I keep my hands clean. I really have a weirdness about like touching door handles and like escalator rails. I try not to do that. Even pushing the button for an elevator, I use my elbow. I just don't like it, kind of grosses me out. Kenya, don't feel guilty, Reese. You've got time to start right now, sister. Hugs, just do it. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Thank you. And it's not COVID fear, by the way. I've had COVID 3 times. I'm not worried about getting COVID. It's just I kind of gross out. Like when I shake hands with somebody, I'm like, I got to get to a sink. I don't know. It's that's since COVID though. Like it's more than it ever has been. Probably because I had the damn thing 3 times and it was awful. And I remember one time I got it, I think the first time I got it, I was really sick. I had a fever of 105. I was so sick. I actually was like, here's my obituary. Let me type it up. Um, and before I got it, I had been shaking. I went to a party with Jeff and I shook probably 50 people's hands. Ugh. I was like, ew, I don't like doing that. But I wouldn't call myself a germaphobe, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm in denial about it. Anana on fire. I believe that the spirit is eternal. Our loved ones never leave us. Like we're in another room and just can't hear or see them. I hope that comforts. Yes, it does. And I think you're right. I don't think anybody ever goes away. I really don't. I don't think people are ever gone. And I know that because of Fred. I talk to him all the time. I look at his pictures all the time. I watch his videos of him playing piano all the time. So thank you for saying that, Anata. It's really means a lot to me. I agree with you. And thank you for your super chat. The pouting pooch. I haven't seen you for a minute, have I? My family has always been big huggers. I hug everyone. I can always tell when people are not huggers. I hug those people harder. Oh, come here, girl. Big hug. That's sweet, actually. That's nice of you. I'm sure you can tell. Um, yeah, Rebecca, it sucked. The two times after the first time wasn't bad at all. COVID was like a cold for me the second two times. The first time, though, I really thought I was dying. It was horrible. Daria, this live, you really demonstrated your breakthrough and a change that you were working on the last 11 and a half months. And oh, yeah, however many months in therapy, you radiate the transformation. This is huge. You walked through a threshold. Daria, thank you. That is so nice of you to say. Guys, it makes me feel validated when you say things like that. So thank you. It makes me feel like the work I'm doing is actually paying off. So, and I love to come on here and share it with you. So thank you. Daria, that's huge. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for saying that. Oh, guys, I have to blow my nose again. It's getting bad. I don't like talking with a gross full nose. Hold on, I'm going to mute it. Okay. Kathleen, if you weren't so, thank you, Daria. If you weren't so far away, I'd give you a great massage. I'm a certified massage therapist. It's totally a healing gift for the muscles, releases toxins, and stimulates good cell growth and more. Wow. Well, maybe I should get one. Aren't they really expensive though? Like, I don't spend that kind of money on myself. It's weird. I know I spent a lot on my hair, but that is such a splurge for me. Like, I'd love to go have a damn spa day. Like I've heard people talk about a spa day where you like get a facial and a massage. I just can't see past the money. Like, I don't know. I'm sure I would love it because I'm that kind of girl. I like to be pampered. I love when Jeff gives me like he'll give me like a foot massage or he'll wake me up sometimes in the middle of the night and I'll feel him just like rubbing and I'm like, oh, especially when I'm on my period. Um, I'd love to do that, guys, but I can't get past the cost. It's just not something I feel like I can pay for. Thank you, Dawn. You have helped us a lot of us heal in so many ways. Dawn, thank you for saying that. Ooh, yeah. See, my girl doesn't do scalp massages when I get my hair done, but I have had in the past people do my hair and they do that, but she doesn't do that. Thank you, Dark Sarcasm. Hey, make it make sense. Massages are nice, but it's more of a need versus a want. Yeah. I wish it was covered by insurance. Yes, you do, Barbara. I didn't even know there was a massage school. Brisby Tales, you're hilarious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Human, do I have any day spas in my area? Johnson County, Kansas is where I used to live. I don't live there anymore, but it's close by. Is like number 3 in the wealthiest counties in America. Yeah, there's plenty of them. There's a lot of wealthy people in Kansas City. So yes, there's a lot of day spas. I just don't even know what they cost. I've never looked into that. If I hit the lottery, that's one thing we could add to my list, guys. If I hit the lottery, I want a Range Rover because I like how boxy they are. I want to get 4 more rescue dogs to put in the Range Rover, and I want a pool in the backyard to swim with the dogs. We will add that. I would like a spa day. Never had one. It'd be probably really fun to have one with a friend, but we know I don't have any of those locally. Kathleen, your amazeballs, Reese, don't ever forget it. They can be money, but depends on what type. Shiatsu is acupressure. It's delicious, but shouldn't hurt. Nice. Brandon, we all love you, and it's your story that inspires us to stand up and push forward. Oh my God, Brandon, that means so much to me. Thank you for saying that. Rain Virus, the other Laura, Reese, I do not like hugging. I am going to need you to go deeper with your therapist and report back because they cannot afford therapy. Don't worry. I've got you, girl. We will be doing that. Here's what sucks. I have therapy every week. I can't go next week because they scheduled me to work that day. I don't do well. By the way, thank you for your super chat. I will get an answer back for you because I'm on pins and needles myself. I don't do well, I realize now, skipping therapy even for a week. I It's best for me to go every week. I've been going every week for months, and missing even a week, I noticed I was more on edge, like I needed it. So it sucks that I'm not going to see him next week. I won't see him till the week after, and he's so nice. Um he was like, reach out if you need me at all. And I said, you say that every week, Wyatt. I don't even know what that means. He goes, if you have a question or if you need extra help with something, he was like, you can always reach out and email me. And he said, I'll help you. And I was like, that's really nice. Hey, me, Reese, I'm so sorry your childhood lacked hugs, but if it means anything, you yourself are like an actual hug on here. That's really sweet, me. Thank you. Yvonne, and that's why I don't go. $400 to $600 for a spa day. Yeah, right. That will never happen. Linda, I don't know who can afford a whole day off to go to a spa. Rich people, that's who. I'm not familiar. Never done that in my life. That's true, Angie. Even better, you hit the letter, you buy yourself a live-in massage therapist. Smart. My insurance never covered chiropractic, Daria. Do you have a hand and stone in your area? Is that the name of a place? I've never heard of it. Yeah, Dawn. I did just get new insurance and I'm so excited about it. My insurance covers my therapy, which is amazing because the people I was seeing before did not take insurance. So it was like $200 a visit. I was only going like once a month. Um, he takes my insurance and I had a $40 copay with my old insurance. I just got United Healthcare. It's $25. It's amazing. I only have to pay $25 a week to go see him. Oh my God, I'm so excited about it. Good night, Abdazzle. Okay, there's not one in Kansas City, Hand and Stone. Who, what, where now? That's cute. Welcome. I don't recognize you. Hi, Reese. Replay. Oh, okay. I found you from Aaron a month ago. When Dolidly love your voice and personality. I don't care what you talk about. Love you. Oh my God. I love to hear that. I love to hear that we actually gain new people like this who like me. I feel like everybody is from day one. Like we don't gain new people that are into this. So I love that. Thank you for sticking around. Good Lord. You're so nice. And thank you for being on the replay crew and your super chat. That's really sweet. Thank you. Yeah, Dawn, I can't afford to do my nails. Yeah, you and me both, girl. I did my nails like a little over a year ago for a few months for the first time in my life. I'd never done my nails. And I got to say, I loved it. I loved the girliness and that pop of color, but it's not really affordable. Shannon C, you are so sweet and have the best personality that I don't understand how you don't have friends. Shannon C, I've tried. I've reached out to a couple people to be my friend and it got awkward and they didn't call me back. Daria, anyone looking for affordable therapy, look for psychotherapy schools in your state or province. They offer affordable therapy. That's a good point. It's hard to find though. Oh, that's great, Dawn. Jen, you've only been here for a month too. That's awesome. I love all the new people, guys. Welcome. We really do have a family here, so welcome. Ren B, dropping in before I pass out from the meds. Oh, you have the flu? My friend learned how to do her nails during COVID and she's insanely good now. I bet. That's not a bad idea to do it at home. Ren B, I'm sorry you're sick, babe. I didn't know. Take a nap. Lacey, we massage therapists are healthcare workers. See if you are covered. It may be under. Okay, I will, Lacey. Thank you for your super chat. Okay, everybody's saying that they do their nails at home. I never thought about that. I mean, I've painted my nails with regular paint, but it sucks and it lasts like a day before it chips. I don't like that. That's what I hear, pouting pooch. The older you get, the harder it is to make friends. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yes, Rugby George of Clearwater. I need to write you back. I got your email and welcome. I'm glad that you're here with us. Got to switch to emails. Now, guys, I do work tomorrow, so don't expect a lot of responses on emails. Tomorrow's my day that I work, but don't worry, I will get back to you. I'm just slightly behind. I tried to answer as many as I could today, but God, my head was pounding. It was awful. I also want to say, those of you that were with me yesterday, and quite a few of you were, because it's gotten a lot of views. I want to say thank you for being with me to watch me and Tommy, the lifeboat guy, Tommy Scoville. I really enjoyed that talk. I got to say, when I was done talking to him, I was like full of adrenaline. I had so much fun chatting with him. I had so many things to ask and I loved him. I didn't really watch much of his content before. Um, I mean, I don't watch anybody's content to the degree, like I don't sit down and watch a 2-hour live with anybody. I will watch about 30 minutes and then I got to tune out. I'm not like you guys. I can't. Now I'm doing it here. I'm talking for 2 hours with you guys, but it's hard for me. Also, I just don't have that kind of time to sit down. I've got emails to answer with you guys. But oh, you would like to see Jeff and I again? It has been a while. I'd like to have Jeff on too. He's kind of been quiet, hasn't he? Um, I don't think Jeff is as well, I know he's not. He's not as open. You guys know that. Jeff is not like willing to go there with darker, deeper subjects. He's more private. He was raised that way. So, but that's okay. We respect that and we can still have him on. Yeah, I loved Tommy. I just thought he was a great guy. He was I also feel like, thank you, Daria. I also feel like he will be kind of how Sterling has developed with me. Like he will be my friend. I see Tommy being a lifelong friend for me. I could be wrong, but I just really liked him. I found him to be so insightful and just full of energy. And I love how he talks about connection. I believe in that so much. I think we have a lot of the same views. And yes, I gotta say, I haven't felt that great. I mean, I always feel that way talking to Sterling. I thought my live with Sterling on Sunday was wonderful too. Um, I did too. You know, he reminded me a lot of Fred there, Yvonne. I love how Tommy was like, Reese, stop putting yourself down. Fred was like that too. He would not let me do it. I really like that about him. But I loved the live on Sunday with Sterling. I felt like we dipped and touched into some like really good things. I love getting into the guts of talking about stuff. I've always been that way. I'm not a person who talks about on the surface small talk crap. I can't do that for very long. Which is really truly why I just stick to my own lives. I just stick to doing stuff on my own. And then I've got a few other people I do stuff with, but I have a lot of people reach out to me. They're like, hey, let's collaborate. Hey, let's do stuff together. Hey, I heard about you. Let's do stuff. I don't always go like, yeah, and jump on it because I love just talking to my friends on here. I'm more than comfortable and I can go for a long time talking with you guys and it's kind of my comfort zone. And Sterling is definitely in my comfort zone. And yeah, I'm all about the deep dive. And Tommy, I felt that connection too with right away. I felt very secure with him. I felt very comfortable immediately. Like, not that I have my guard up with anybody, but there are certain people where I feel like I have to kind of, like I have to be a little bit more focused and I just felt right at home with Tommy. I just felt like super go with the flow, loosey goosey with him. Same as Sterling. I feel that way about Aaron too. We don't talk as much as we used to. Rusty, welcome. I don't know you. You don't know your own worth. What a nice thing to say. I really like that. Thank you, Rusty. I like that a lot. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. And that was a bonus. That was a bonus. Where did I just see that? Rain virus. Tommy is not afraid of the cooter. He was not at all. Oh my God, I almost died though when he said someone texted me and I need to meet your friend Cooter. I was like, That was pretty funny. Yeah, Deanna, I knew you and Tommy would click. Definitely. Everybody said that too, by the way. Deanna, thank you for your super chat. Everybody said, like, I knew this was going to be a good pairing. I didn't know that, but then my God, I could have gone on and on with him. I just really, he did. He walked head first into the cooter. He was hysterical. He was a really funny guy. Um, who's cooter? You must be new, Catherine, and welcome. We don't want to scare you off. Cooter is another word for the vag. Yes, that's the cooter. The lady bits, if you will. The unmentionables. The unmentionables. Yes, fancy face. My cooter's name is Penelope. Oh, Kathleen, Tommy is your friend already. Don't doubt that. I feel like he's my friend. Again, yes, Reese's cooter, but it represents all of our cooters. So it's all of our cooters. And we all know that we get more into the cooter. He called it a bunny fufu. It has flaps as well. We go into that. Some cooters have 2 flaps. Some cooters have 4 flaps. I am a 2 flap cooter girl. We also, Frisbee Tails, thank you. We also call it a hummingbird's nest. Tommy called it a bunny fufu. And I thought that was just about the cutest thing I've ever heard. And I hope the next girl that he bones down with appreciates that. I hope he gets right into it and says, what an adorable bunny fufu you have, girl. And congratulations on how cute your bunny fufu is. And I hope that she gushes and loves that. And she had better, or I'm going to be upset. Who wouldn't love a man to be like, you have the cutest little bunny fufu I've ever seen, and I love to get a hold of it and get in there. I, for one, would be honored and happy if a man called it that. Now, Jeff calls mine a hummingbird's nest, and I think that's just as attractive, very sweet, very soft. He says it's magical and world class, and that means the world to me. I think that it's needs to be talked about more. Sorry, pigs, cis pigs 50. You lost me. I'm sorry. Kim Stewart super chatted, what's it called? Stickered me. Thank you, Kim. I think it's needs to be brought up more. I think men, Lori, you call it your no place because no, Lori, that's silly. Give her a chance, Lori. I think that's really a sweet thing to do. And again, I just like the idea of Jeff saying, you have a very magical hummingbird's nest, and thank you for letting me get in there. And I look forward to our next appointment together. That means everything to me. I think it's lovely. Oh, then the peener, if a cooter is a hummingbird's nest, then the peener is a hummingbird. I like that, Daria. I like that a lot. I just call it a peener, but yeah, I don't think that's bad either. I know, Millie, the bunny fufu. Oh my God, it was so cute. I just think that's so cute. And I like, guys, yeah, or the ham wallet, the hot pocket. Sometimes I call it my, what do I call it? The ham wallet, panty hamster, your panty hamster. I call it that too when it's time to shave. And I'll tell Jeff, I shaved my panty hamster. I bet Tommy would appreciate that too. We should bring that up to him next time. I like that Tommy is willing to go there. I think that was really sweet. I think it needs to be talked about more. Jeff is the GOAT. Thank you for treating our friend with love, tenderness, and respect. Jeff is very good around a hummingbird's nest. Let me just tell you, he may be a lot of things, and he does get on my nerves. And it can be way too much sometimes, I'm going to be honest. But Jeff is so loving and good around the panty hamster. He's so good with the hummingbird's nest. He knows exactly what to do with Penelope. He knows how to talk to her. He knows how to put her at ease. And I appreciate that so much. Emma Robson. Reese, I've always been here, but first time interacting. Emma, oh my gosh, to say I don't recognize you, babe. Thank you for coming out of your little shell and super chatting me. That was sweet. I hope that you speak up more, Emma. You do not have to super chat. Just talk to us. I love that. You think Aaron texted him about the cooter? I don't. I don't think that was Aaron. I really don't. Maybe though. Maybe Aaron did that to make a joke. Aw, human. Tommy is my number one YouTube guy. Reese is my number one girl. Sorry, not sorry. Don't be sorry. You got to have your favorites. And I think that's really sweet. Thank you. Yeah. I just couldn't be more. I love it. I love it when Jeff and Penelope are in tune with each other. And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not always, but means the world. Means the world when he gets in there and spends time with her and says hello. Where is my other shoe? Oh, there it is. Guys, I love these, by the way. Who's a Birkenstock fan? I love getting these out when the weather gets cold. I was at the hospital today with Jeff for a routine. Don't worry. It was the hospital has also doctors on different levels. We went to Jeff's cardiologist today. I did get your present and I'm going to open it. Don't worry, Keela. We went to Jeff's cardiologist and I was in the elevator coming down and this lady was like, those shoes look really warm. Guys, these are my Birks. Now, not everybody's a Birkenstock fan. I actually do like these more with socks. They're not that comfortable. A lot of Birkenstocks are comfortable. These are not that comfortable, but with socks, they are. And I also got them in black because I got these on a super sale last year, which was crazy that they went on sale because they're new. I don't wear black shoes though, so I haven't really worn them much, but yeah, they're very sheepy. They're very sheepy. Keela. Yes, let's do that because she just reminded me. I brought it down. Keela sent me a gift and I haven't opened it. And it says, what does it say? You'll never guess what's inside. Oh, that's sweet, Kathleen. Yeah, with socks, they're cute. Reese, you realize Jeff's love for all things Penelope is totally because he loves and adores you, right? No, I think he's a man that just loves vaginas, but thank you for saying that. But that could be true. You would buy my used sweatshirt. Isn't it cute? It comes in like black or navy too with the heart. Whoops, wrong boob. And I love hearts. I think that's cute. And I thought it was fitting for the power of a hug. Honestly, it made me think of a heart. So that's cute, Marcy. I have a very high arch, so they work for me. Birkenstocks are great. 8, welcome. I don't recognize you. Just watching you. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you and welcome. All boobs are right, Reese. Oh, I love Uggs. Yeah, definitely. I put a pair of Uggs on the wish list for Christmas from Jeff. Kim Stewart, I really love watching you grow. You are a special soul. Been watching a long time, but have never chatted. Kim, welcome. I love that. Kim, thank you. I'm glad that you spoke up and thank you for your super chat. Welcome to the group. You got dancer feet, Reese? I don't know what dancer feet is, but I have very feminine feet with a very high arch like my mother. Aw, and Reese's heart grew 3 sizes that day. That's sweet, Anita. That's really sweet. So let's open this. This is from Keela. You'll never guess what's inside. It's very pretty. Let's open it. She wanted me to open this with you guys. Brandon, I agree. It's amazing to see how high the live viewers have come since the start. You have done a great job creating this community, Reese. Thank you. I agree. My God, when we first started, I mean, I never started, I have to be honest, with low numbers. I remember like my first couple of lives had a couple hundred people, like maybe about 150 to 200. That's a lot. I'm always like very, very thankful and grateful for you guys. Okay, let's open this. It says potato parcel. I love you, Barbara. There'll never, ever be another Reese. Thank you, Barbara. That's really sweet of you to say. And thank you for your super chat. Okay, so, oh, dang, I would love to eat this now on the live, but I know how pissed people get when I even have a piece of candy corn. So I won't do that, but there's all my favorite candies in here. I love chocolate, but I also love gummies, like gummy stuff. I love gummy bears and this kind of like fruity candy, Starbursts. You know how valuable your pretty feet are? They pay big bucks. I would like to look into that actually. Yes, I'd love to make money on my feet. Okay, so it's looking like this. I don't know what's in here. Yes, someone decided to send you a potato. What? What's going on? It's a potato. Keela? It's a potato with writing on it. Yes, you can, Linda. Please send me Australian candy. I love Swedish fish. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, guys. There's a potato in this box with writing on it. I've never seen a potato with writing on it. I'm confused. I am confused. You are my friend, Reese. Keela or the potato? Is the potato telling me it's friends with me or Keela? Let me hold on. Let's read further. You are my friend, Reese. I will always be here for you. Thought this would be a unique gift for a unique person. I love you. Keela, you and this potato will always be here for me. This is a real potato. It's a potato and it has writing on it. That's incredible. I've never received a potato before. Now, I think we all know I am a starchy type of girl and I love a potato, but I don't think we want to eat this one. I think this one has a beating heart and it's a real person. So this is amazing. And Keela, I think that this will go down as the most unique gift that I've ever received in my life. Thank you so much, Keela. Keela's hilarious and she knows me well. She knows that I love a good starch. I love a potato and I will cherish him and maybe we should name him something. I don't know what, but that is unbelievable, guys. It's a potato. Eat it so it will be a part of you forever? No, I don't want to. I feel like that from Looney Tunes. I will love him and I will pet him. That's really fascinating. I've never seen writing on a potato before, nor have I. But to be fair, I've not seen writing on a banana or an apple or a celery stick or a carrot even. Never seen writing on a carrot. That is amazing. Keela, thank you so much, you guys. It was a potato in a really fancy box with a little bag of candy. That is, Keela, you are hilarious. Yeah, I name it George. That is the perfect name for him. George. Now, Keela, is he going to go bad or can he sit here with us? What happens? Can he sit here with us for like centuries or is he going to go bad? What's going on? What do I do with it? What do I feed it, Keela? How do I take care of it? Do I take it on walks with us in the morning with the dogs? What do I do with this? It's a potato gram. What? I've seen them advertised. Oh my God. How do I take care of George, Keela? Oh my God, it's totally taterific. Lori says that George will get smelly. Keep him cool and dry and no sun for George. Okay, we're in a basement. So a potato gram. This is crazy. Barbara, he has a soul. Barbara, you can't say that. Bake it at 450. What kind of a person, Barbara? No, he has a heart. He's alive. He's a person just like you are. He came with a message, Barbara. We're not going to put him in the oven, although that would be good. I love potatoes. I could eat potatoes every day. Fry, baby, fry. Lori, no, You cannot eat George. He is a real thing. It was on Shark Tank. Interesting. Keela, where did you go? Can you shellac a potato? Yeah, he is a carbohydrate, isn't he? Interesting. Okay, Keela says he is from Shark Tank. Keela, Keela, what can we do with George? He's from Shark Tank. Can we, oh, Paula, you cannot put George in the air fryer. He has a name. Potato chips. Oh my God. Armine says, let it sprout and you can grow lots of other Georges and share the love. That is crazy. You can cover him in resin. Interesting. He does need a hat, Kathy Ann. He'd be really cute with a little hat, wouldn't he? Millie says, love this. My Irish friend had potatoes as names on the tables at her wedding. Yes, she grew up on a potato farm. Oh my God, that's cute. Yeah, he needs a hat. No potatoes for diabetes, Reese. I know, Don. That's why I don't eat them all the time, but I do love potatoes. I love a baked potato. Oh my God. I get them in restaurants if I get a steak. Chip would have been a good name. I agree. Oh my God, Yvonne, a scarf and a hat would be so cute on him. Okay, Keela says to freeze him. Freeze him? Okay. Just put him in the freezer? All right. Oh my God. Can someone crochet him a hat? Oh, that's so cute. He is cute. He's a nice shape, isn't he? For a potato, he's a nice little shape. He's cute, especially if you stand him up this way. He's adorable. Thank you, Keela. It's weird that I have an attachment to a potato, but I do. He's also kind of reminds me of from Amber's Glass, Amber who made me the ice cube. I hold these sometimes and you guys don't know it, and it's almost like a stress reliever. I feel that way about George. Put him in a Ziploc. Okay. How do you send me? Yeah, if he's in the freezer that time, how do you take him for a walk? I agree. Can one of my mods post my address? How do you send Tim Tams? I don't know what a Tim Tam is, but we'll look forward to that. Oh yeah, we need some googly eyes to put on him. That would be cute. Oh yeah. I make a cauliflower pizza that is so good, Lacey. Yeah, I love cauliflower. Who doesn't love potatoes? I love potatoes. Thank you, Kathy Ann. Here's my address for the Tim Tams. Thank you, Lori. I don't know what a Tim Tam is, but I look forward to that. Yeah, I would love mashed cauliflower. Guys, this was so nice. Keela, I just love the message. You are my friend, Reese. I always will be here for you. Thought this would be a unique gift for a unique person. I love you. Keela, I love you too. That really was very sweet of you. Very kind. I love the message. Thank you. They're like Aussie cookies you eat with tea. Well, been drinking a lot of tea lately. I put some tea on my wish list and I got a whole bunch of tea and I've been drinking it daily. Do I make cauliflower crust? Like what? I make a cauliflower pizza. So the crust, yeah. And it is so good. It tastes like lasagna and it is so good, but it takes me like 3 hours to make because I like to make my own cauliflower in the Vitamix. I buy it, chop it up, and put it in the Vitamix. I don't buy it pre-riced or whatever. It takes me a while to make, but it is so good. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do that soon. Of course, nobody likes it as much as I do. Yeah, I should take a cute picture of George, Anita. That's a good idea. Guys, this was really sweet. Keela, I love you. And thank you especially for the candy. I won't eat George, but I will eat some of the candy. I love my Vitamix, Yvonne. I got it like over 10 years ago at Whole Foods. My first husband, Michael, worked at Whole Foods for a long time, and we got a really good discount on it, and I love it. I mean, I only use it for smoothies for Huxley. I've never gotten fancy with it. I've always wanted to make like soup and stuff with it, but I've never done that. But I wish I would, but I don't. Hi, Joni Cummings. Where is Gertie? She's right next to me. I guess I can pick her up and say goodnight before we sign off with her. Lindy. Oh, there you are. Look at how little you are. Wow. Has anybody ever told you that you were just extra tiny? Lindy and I have been laying in bed all day with my really bad headache. Get George's measurements. Sure, I can do that. That's a good idea, Jilbo. Um, I also like that Tommy has a cat. I thought that was so cute. I love her name. And I think it's funny that her name is Squirrel because Kid, whenever I pet Kid and talk to her, I always say, chubby girl, chubby squirrel. I always say that to her. And I thought that was really funny. I know, Witness. I know. I think that's so cool that he has a cat in a basket. Look at how little you are. Has anybody told you that you were this small? Did anybody ever make you aware of that? Did you know that you were teeny? Did you know that you're absolutely perfect and born next to the Lord? By the way, guys, yeah, Daria, I love my Vitamix. By the way, I was on Facebook and we retired wine and true crime, having a rough time of it late, but I want to thank you for being you and making me smile. Of course, babe. And I totally get it. And we hope that this lifts your spirits a little bit. Thank you for your super chat. Guys, I am hugging Gertie. I hug Gertie all the time. Maybe that's just, I need to branch out and hug humans. Guys, hey, Mel, Annie, you know the dog that I wanted to rescue and I haven't heard back? They posted it on Facebook again. And I commented and I said, I filled out an application for this dog, but nobody's gotten back to me. And I would love to meet her. And they said, okay, Reese, we will get back with you or something. And they posted her today and they posted another picture of her. The foster mom did. Oh my God, she's so cute. She's 15 or 16 pounds. Oh, she's 3 years old. She came from a look at her, look at her, look at her. Uh, I love you, Barbara. Um, yeah, no word from him. Yeah, and maybe I won't hear from him. But she's so cute. She's 3 years old and she came from a puppy mill and she's had several litters. And I think that's terrible, but it makes me happy that she's a mama. I think that she'd be really kind. And I think that maybe, do you think that maybe you'd be willing to meet her? What about, do you think that you'd be maybe nice or okay? I don't think so because she doesn't love other dogs. Gertrude doesn't, and so it may not work out. But I would like to at least schedule a time to meet and bring Gertie. And she's so cute, and they have similar hair. And I would love it if Gertie could have a friend. But I understand too that she may just be a one dog type of dog. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I did. Maybe asked before, but have you ever had any other pets? Oh, yeah. Great question, Brandon. I had a boa constrictor. I had a red tail Colombian boa. I was always into animals since I was little. And lucky for me, when my mom left, my dad would leave for like days at a time. And I think that was his way. Like I would say, can we get an animal? And he would leave me alone with animals. And I was fine with that. So I had two ferrets. I had a Boston Terrier. I had a red tail Colombian boa named Diamond. She was 7 feet long. I loved her. And I had two cats, a guinea pig. So yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I had a snake, Barbara, and I loved her. And she was so cuddly. Truly, she was. Lynn Bo likes other dogs. He would love to have a friend. Gertie's the one who's the problem. She doesn't like other dogs. Um, yeah, definitely. Hey, Brian Lucas. Katie, Reese, thank you so much for your birthday wish on Facebook. Of course, babe. It was a different one overall, but you definitely put a smile on my face. Thank you so much. All my love, love. Katie, well, happy late. Guys, her birthday was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'm pretty sure I told you yesterday. So happy birthday to Katie, and I'm glad. I'm glad, babe. Yes. And thank you for your super chat. Yeah. We had to get rid of her though because she got to be too big. We got her when she was a baby, this boa constrictor, and we had to feed her mice. And then she started eating large rats. And then she was going to have to start eating like guinea pigs, and I couldn't do it. I didn't like it at all anyway. And my dad rehomed her. I don't know what he did with her. Probably nothing good. Um, But yeah, and I had ferrets. I loved ferrets. It was so much fun having ferrets. And yeah, so that was my upbringing. Because my dad wasn't around and my sister wasn't around, I had a lot of animals and I loved, loved, loved all my animals. It was so much fun. I remember when the snake was really little and we first got her, my dad was such a dick with people, like inappropriate. And I remember it was Halloween and I wanted to hand out candy. And of course, I didn't trick or treat, but he let me hand out candy and he put the snake in the bowl and then he put candy on top of the snake and he was letting kids reach in and they were like, "Is that real?" And he was like, "No, it's battery operated." I was like, "What an idiot." I'll never forget that. I just remember thinking like, how stupid. And snakes, like there was one time when she was 7 feet, she bit me. She bit me in the face and it hurt so bad. She was huge. Her head was enormous. That is such a liability. Like, what an idiot. Keela, your coyote and raccoons. For sure, Keela. Thank you for your super chat. I have a wild coyote. I have raccoons. I have a stray cat that I feed and one single possum. Every night I feed those guys in the backyard. My ferrets, when you buy a ferret, they have their smeller gland removed. So they don't smell typically. I loved having ferrets and they were potty trained and they went in a litter box. And yeah, no, I loved it. Yeah, father of the year, Lynn. He was so stupid. He was just so stupid. I didn't think that was funny. I remember like saying like, "Dad, you shouldn't do that." And of course he didn't listen to me. But yeah, did love our boa, but couldn't stand the ferrets. They always stole my stuff. Yes, they did steal stuff. My dad had to knock out 2 walls in our house because they would steal stuff that he needed and he'd have to knock out the walls. And he owned a construction company. So he was constantly like putting the walls back up with drywall and like repainting because he would have to knock down walls to get the stuff out that they would steal and take into the wall. When your live ends, I'm lost. Barbara, don't say that. Thank you for your super chat. But Barbara, I'll be back on tomorrow. I do work tomorrow, guys. I work until the afternoon, so it will be more toward the evening again. And then I'm trying to keep up with the daytime lives. I'm enjoying that, kind of the earlier lives. I love Chihuahuas too, human. I had a Chihuahua and I'd love to get another Chihuahua. I don't think this kid's a Chihuahua though. She doesn't look like a Chihuahua to me. She's huge. She's big and her hair is like terrier type. She's got hair like Gertie. I don't know, but she is so cute. I'm really excited to meet her if they'll let me meet her. If they don't approve me, I'm going to be weirded out. I'm going to be like, go on my channel and watch how I treat my animals. Like, it's weird, but that's okay. Hopefully, she just gets a good home. That's really all that matters. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of feel hungry, but it's a little bit too late for me to eat. So I love that, Daria. Change the name of her channel to Transformative Reese after this live. Daria, thank you for being here. You're very comforting to me, and I appreciate you being here. I love your wisdom. Monica, I had a boa too. Loved my snake. His name was Loki. How cute. Thank you for your super chat. We got a male, and he was not nice. He was territorial. His name was Clyde, and I never held him. He was jerky and like he was just didn't want to be handled. It was weird. But Diamond, oh, she was so cute. She would sit around my head like a headband, or she'd kind of wrap, for the warmth. She would wrap like closely around your neck. I never felt unsafe with her. She was very loving. And when you'd go to put her back in her cage, she'd stick her head. I've never had birds, Daria. She'd stick her head straight up so you couldn't close the lid. It was like a giant aquarium type thing. And she'd just stick her head up and she'd kind of do this so that you couldn't close the lid. And it was sad. You'd kind of have to push her head down. She loved being held. So yeah, I love animals, guys. You're amazing, Reese. Thank you, Not That Helen. Every time I see you, I see more of you to love. I couldn't wish for a better friend to spend the end of my life with. Guys, Not That Helen is not doing well and she's ill. And thank you for saying that. And I'm sorry that you're sick, but thank you for saying that. That is really an honor to say to somebody. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Vicky May, yes, we addressed the first part of this video about Doug, and we're all very sad about his passing. For sure. We've been talking about it throughout the video. I'm sorry, Third Eye Open. Emma Robson, thanks for the hello. Will always be a support from the UK. Thank you, Emma. That's really a sweet thing to say, and thank you for your super chat. Helen, yes, we all love you, and I love when you come in here and spend time with us. Thank you for that. Thank you, Teddy Bear Scott. Thank you, Mother Bear. Glad you could make it. Yeah, guys, like Ty's channel just said, thank you, Vanessa. Wrapping you all in love. Let's end this video with a hug to everybody. I'm going to practice, and let's especially give a big hug to Not That Helen. And I'm going to practice the love and the power of a hug. And I want everybody else to do that too. Clearly, this one feels the, oh, Gertie. Oh, I love this. I love this girl so much. Rosemary, how can anyone say you don't feel? I love you, Reese. God bless you, Helen. Better days. Thank you. That's nice, Rosemary. Thank you. Hugs to everybody. Let's practice it, guys. I love you too, Kathleen Champ. Let's practice it. Big hugs. Big hugs to you, Tampa B Man. You know I love you. Keela, big hug to you. Armine, to you too. Lacey Silver, Marion Calabro. Yes, Paula. Katie Fulton for sure. Daria, definitely you, Brian Lucas. Guys, yeah, Kestrel 42, definitely. Please watch the replay. Fred for sure. Yes, Barbara. Guys, definitely lots of hugs. Mel, you as well. We're going to practice the hugging thing. I think it's important. And I think there's more power involved in it than we all realize. Maybe some of us realize. Yes, Daria is spot on. And now take a moment to receive the hugs. That's true. You give the hug. Now take a moment to receive the hug. And like Daria said, put your hand over your heart. And that's kind of you hugging yourself. It's a nice little heartbeat feeling. I like that. Daria, thank you for that. Guys, I really do love you. And I know that you love me. And I really, really feel it. And I appreciate it. And let's just take that moment today for Doug. And whatever happens when you die, I wish him well. I don't know what happens, but I think he was a lovely person to have here on earth. And I feel very sad that I didn't get to meet him. And let's send a lot of love and hugs to his mother and the rest of his family. Yes, I'm going to practice hugging, guys. I'm going to practice it. Tomorrow, game night. Mayor P, I have no idea. I don't know Aaron's schedule. He seems to be pretty busy these days. But I hope for it. And, I think it would be great to have Tommy on a game night. I think he would be so much fun to have on a game night. But I don't know. And I think Sterling said he may have to work tomorrow, but I can't remember. So I hope for it. But we'll see. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, thank you all so much. You're all my favorite people. Not that Helen. You're our favorite too, gal. Love you. Okay, so guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to bring on Fred. That's a big, big love hug there. And seriously, guys, spread the love. It's important. Tell people you love them. Check on people. Be forgiving. Give hugs. It's very important because you just don't know. You don't know. We are lucky to have you, Reese, and you've helped a lot of people, including me. You will go on to touch many more people's lives with love. Thank you, Brandon. I love having you in here, Brandon. I really cherish you. So thank you for being here and saying that. Good night. Nothing but love. Okay, guys. Peace, lady. Good night, Yvonne. Love you, Katie. Did it. Okay, guys. Here comes Fred. And I will see you tomorrow. It just won't be till the afternoon after I get off work. And let's hope Huxley is better by tomorrow, by the way. I'll keep a close watch. Don't worry. And I'm going to give him a hug. Love you guys. Good night.